welcome to Good Life, the health show with me, Pooja. Well, this is a show that focuses on providing you with solutions to your health-related issues, lifestyle, and much more. Well, viewers, one of the major problems which both men and women face is hair loss. It can be the result of heredity, hormonal changes, medical conditions, or a normal part of aging. Well, to discuss on this, we have with us in studio Sharadi Shrimoy, clinical cosmetologist and aesthetic physician. So not to waste any more time, I'll straight away move to her and talk more on the topic which we have taken today. So thank you so much, Sharadi, for coming to Good Life, the health show. So one of the major problems, which I've already said, both men and women face is hair loss. And this has been seen in every household. So basically nowadays men are very much conscious about it. So if we talk about hair loss, what would be the first introduction you want to give on that?
Thank you, Pooja, for inviting me. See, hair loss is, of course, very common nowadays, be it men, be it women. It is a cause of distress for everyone. One major cause nowadays that we are seeing at this point of time is the seasonal hair loss. Monsoon is there. People are complaining of a lot of hair loss, rainy season, summer, sweating. You know, when there is a lot of sweating, it attracts a lot of dust and dirt to our scalp. And especially in oily scalps and people who are prone to dandruff, they tend to attract even more dirt. And that dirt tends to clog the pores of our hair follicles, which tends to, accelerate the hair loss. That is the primary cause. If the hair loss is because of that, then there is no need to worry much. Little bit of care, maintaining the cleanliness of the scalp, and a few serums here and there are going to help you with the hair loss. Because once the season goes away, once the falling time goes away, hair will start growing again. Again, second thing, it's very important to understand the amount of hair loss that is happening. If the hair loss, even if there is 50 hair falls, 50 hairs falling a day, or maybe even 100, if it is coming back at the rate that there is a phase of hair, there is a phase of hair fall, which is called the telogen phase, also known as the falling phase. So hair which grows will shed. Every few years we notice that there is a hair fall that happens to everyone. So if we are going through that telogen phase, again there is nothing to worry about, because the hair that has been shed is going to come back.
So there are certain aspects like one has to take care of, and what is the major root cause of the hair fall that has to be taken note of it, isn't it? So if it is a hair fall and people get stents, then maybe more hair fall will be the result.
So it is very important to rule out basically what is the cause of the hair fall. If it is just seasonal hair fall, or shedding phase, telogen phase, then of course you have to come to the doctor. The doctor will give you a few serums and all, and then it should be taken care of. Basic care things. But then again, if there are any underlying problems, stress is one of the major factor. Diet again is a very important factor when it comes to hair health, be it men or women. Although we may think that we are eating a completely balanced diet, those nutrients may not be reaching us.
That may not be the perfect
absorb
ones
properly. There are so many fertilizers, chemicals being used nowadays. Then whether the absorption is proper or not. So our body metabolism, body nutrient levels should be at a good levels, because our hair again needs a lot of care and nutrition to grow. It's same as giving nutrition to the plants. If we don't give proper nutrition, they're not going to give us a healthy growth. Similarly for hair, so you have to take care of whether you're taking adequate amount of vitamin A, vitamin C, biotin, which is very important for hair growth. Then there are certain nutrients like saw palmetto and all available nowadays. Calcium is again very important for hair growth. A good protein diet.
So there are a lot of things that one has to take care of, and if we talk about the hair loss in both men and women, so is it the same, or there are some aspects that one has to know about it and there is a differentiate about it? Because hair loss is hair loss, so if suppose one is using these kind of products, so they might think that this is not meant for us, so there must be a differentiator. Is it the same?
Of course. Hair loss in men is generally seen to be a hereditary factor. Mostly men who suffer from hair loss, or eventually after a certain age, men tend to go for balding. it is of course a hereditary factor is there. Again, there is a hormonal factor there, that is a male hormone, the testosterone, which is responsible for the male pattern baldness, also known as the androgenetic alopecia. So it is the combination of genetics and hormones which is responsible for baldness in men. So if we start at an early age, start treatment at an early age, suppose a person who knows that there is a tendency of hair fall in the family or balding in the families, say say paternal balding, or even in the maternal side of the family, your uncles and cousins have a history of balding, then they should start taking care of their hair, start taking treatment at the earliest signs of hair fall.
Absolutely.
Because the more you let it go, the more worse it's going to get. And eventually, of course, there are many therapies that we do for those things, like I'll come to that later.
Okay.
When it comes to women, again, as I said, apart from the shedding phase, there are things like hormonal issues such as thyroid is a major factor. Apart from environment and diet factors, thyroid is a major factor.
This has become one of the major factors
nowadays, because these are all lifestyle related disorders. Polycystic ovarian disease, like women who undergo any delay or any irregularities in their menstrual history during their periods. Suppose their periods is delayed, or many people just ignore it. They don't think it's a big deal. It's all very important to get it checked.
But that might lead to some other problems.
Yes, it is very important to get it checked, because that again causes a lot of hair fall.
Okay.
And that kind of hair fall is very difficult to reverse if the underlying condition is not corrected.
Okay.
Stress, of course, is a factor. These are the primary factors. Then again, iron deficiency, vitamin deficiency, any kind of those things are an important factor.
So before, whenever we used to talk about our hair loss, it was certainly limited to certain things and limited to certain things. But nowadays, there are so many factors that one has to know about it, talking about the vitamin, talking about the calcium. So there are little things that one has to take note of it.
Yes.
And nowadays, cosmetologists are there to take care of all your hair or maybe your skin. So it's always better to see them to get a good guidance, and it's always better to get all the knowledge which is being lacked by us, isn't it?
Yes.
So maybe we have certain knowledge, but at least it's better to get a guidance by the cosmetologists like you.
Yeah.
So if we talk about the prevention of hair loss, if both in men and women, so can you get a gist of it?
Yeah, when I talk about prevention, when you start seeing the earliest signs of hair loss, so start taking care then itself. Okay, apart from diet, stress, maintain a healthy nutritional lifestyle, because lifestyle again causes a lot of stress and leading to hair loss. So once you start seeing the first signs, visit your doctor, be it a cosmetologist, be it a dermatologist, but visit a doctor.
Okay.
Okay, and in the milder cases, we give certain medications.
Okay.
There are certain peptide-based serums nowadays which are available, which helps in good growth of hair. Then there are medications also. There's oral medications also which are given. That gives a good growth of hair. But if those things don't help, then we have certain therapies like mesotherapy.
All right, doctor, we just need to stop you in between, Sharadi.
Sure.
We have a phone call, so let's take the phone call first. Hello.
Hello.
আমি শুনি আছো আপোনাৰ প্ৰশ্নটো কৰিব
হয় হয় মই আসলে কৈছিলো গুৱাহাটীৰ পৰাই মোৰ চুলি খৰাৰ খুব সমস্যা হৈ আছে আৰু অফিচলৈ যাব লগা হৈ আছে কৰোনাৰ সময়ত গতিকে মানে ৰেগুলাৰ শ্যাম্পু কৰি চুলি ধোৱা হৈছে আৰু খুব বেছি একেবাৰে পাতল হৈ গৈছে
ওকে
কি কৰিলে ভাল হ'ব বা কিয় হৈছে
উফিৰ সমস্যা আছে নেকি আপোনাৰ
উফিৰ সমস্যা নাই
নাই আৰু কিবা ধৰণৰ আপোনাৰ মাহেকীয়া ডিলে হোৱা বা এনেকুৱা কিবা হিষ্ট্ৰী আছে
মাজে মাজে তেনেকুৱা হয় কিন্তু মোৰ হেৰি চুলিখিনি খুব ড্ৰাই হয়
স্কিনটো ড্ৰাই হয় আচ্ছা আপুনি এটা যেহেতু আজিকালি সদায় আপুনি শ্যাম্পু কৰিবলগীয়া হয় আই উড এডভাইজ যে আপুনি বহুত মাইল্ড টাইপৰ শ্যাম্পু কিছুমান ইউজ কৰিব পাৰে বহুত পাতল মানে কিছুমান ষ্ট্ৰং শ্যাম্পু যাতে ইউজ নকৰে চ' সেনেকুৱা ধৰণৰ শ্যাম্পু ইউজ কৰিলে কি হয় ৰেগুলাৰ ৱাশ্ব কৰি থাকিলে আপোনাৰ বৰ এটা লোকচান নকৰে স্কিনটোত চুলিখিনিত তাৰ বাদে কিছুমান পেপটাইড বেছ চেৰামছ আছে আজিকালি ধৰক চ পামেটো বা এনেকুৱা থকা যেতিয়া কিছুমান চেৰাম আছে যোনবিলাক আপুনি ইউজ কৰিব পাৰে যোনটোৱে আপোনাৰ হেয়াৰ গ্ৰথটো ইম্প্ৰুভ কৰে বা হেয়াৰ ফলটো কমায় কিন্তু আপুনি যেহেতু কৈছে যে মাহেকীয়াত অলপমান আপোনাৰ খেলিমেলি হয় সেইটো হ'লে আপুনি এবাৰ টেষ্ট কৰালে ভাল হয় it would be I would advise if you could come to the clinic once and we could have a look because there এবাৰ ভালকে আমি পৰীক্ষা নকৰাকে যদি কিবা ভিতৰুৱা কাৰণৰ কাৰণে হেয়াৰ ফল হৈ আছে তেতিয়া আমি হেতু গম নাপাম তো অকল ওপৰৰ পৰা দৰব লগাই থাকিলে আপোনাৰ ট্ৰিটমেন্টটো কমপ্লিট নহয় so it is very important to have a proper diagnosis of your problem যোনটো কাৰণে আপোনাৰ হেয়াৰ লছ হৈ আছে so এবাৰ যদি আপুনি পাৰে বা চেক আপ কৰালে ভাল হয়
All right, thank you so much for calling. This is also one of the reasons, like these days we have to regularly wash our hair because of the situation which is prevailing at this point in time. So, like regularly washing our hairs with shampoo, all those kind of products, so it has also lead to hair loss. So there are many complaints coming in this. So what do you have? What do you want to suggest? Like we were talking about prevention. So like how to prevent in this kind of situation, like of using, as you have already mentioned, some mild shampoo can be used. So what about that?
Yeah, use a mild shampoo because the regular shampoos that we usually used earlier were supposed to take care of our hair, but they are comparatively stronger, and using them on a daily basis is not very good. We are supposed to use them, at least twice a week or thrice a week, not more than that. And use a good mask, hair mask.
Okay.
That helps in keeping the hair, hydrated and gives you the adequate proteins. Having a good diet is very important.
Very important.
Have a very high protein diet because hair is primarily made of keratin, which is a protein. Okay, so that protein needs to be replenished to our hair.
So what can be included like in your diet?
See, omega-3 is a very good diet supplement. Biotin is a very good diet supplement. Saw palmetto is you can find it in whatever hair supplements capsules are available. Those are very good things. Then again, you can have protein extra, be it in a powder form, be it in your diet, in whatever form
so
of
are
protein.
these supplements, taking of supplements, if it's safe or it has some reactions also, because some people, they don't easily adapt to those things and they give a second thought about it, that should we go to these supplements or should have these supplements, like talking about the biotin tablets or any kind of pills if you want to take it. So is it safe? It's always need to be suggested by someone.
Yes.
It shouldn't be like going to a physician and just go and buy it. But is it safe to have
anything
those?
done at a proper dose and for a proper duration is safe. If you keep continuing the same thing for a year, of course that is not necessary. So that will cause excess of deposition of that medicine or that vitamin in your body, which is not necessary. So that causes excess. So excess is not good. But suppose we usually give the medication for say 3 months or 6 months, not more than that. So that should be good enough just to replenish your body's deficiency.
Okay.
We are not giving anything in excess.
Okay.
So you're having
it's just the deficiency, it needs to be
yes. This hair loss is a symptom of something which is deficient in your body.
Right.
Be it stress, something that is going around in your body, be it stress, be it dietary problem, be it nutritional deficiency, iron deficiency, calcium deficiency, whatever it is, or some underlying hormonal problem. So unless we replenish that nutritional deficiency from outside sources, because whatever you're eating is not apparently is not good enough, right? That is why you're having the symptoms. Our body is skin and hair is a mirror of our whatever is going on inside our body.
Absolutely.
Right? So unless we are taking care, we are supplementing it, we are replenishing it, that symptom is not going to go. We have to have a 360-degree approach. Just applying something on the top topically is not going to be good enough.
But it has to be healed from
within
internally.
also. That is one part of the treatment. Yes, topical application is one, and then there are further more therapies also available.
So like now if I talk about myself, or if I talk about the field which we are working in, so we have to take care about our makeup, our hair and all, and we have to go with all those kind of products and all, so use ironing and everything. So everyday using of ironing has also damaged our hair, and so we need to take extra care about it. So we need to go for those kind of products, or we need to go for those kind of things, like which is very, very much important for us. So what would you suggest to us, and what would you suggest to those kind of people who are working in these kind of fields?
See, one very important thing that is very popular nowadays and being commonly done is the platelet-rich plasma therapy.
Okay.
That is what we do medically to have a good hair growth. and to have a good quality of hair.
Quality.
Yeah. Platelet-rich plasma therapy is something that is done from our blood itself. Okay, it is very popular outside. That helps in replenishing, regenerating new hair, new growth, and whatever, you know, whatever the quality that is lacking, that helps in improving. We take some blood from you only. We'll take some blood, and then we process the blood in a way that we extract the, you know, proper growth factors and stem cells from the blood, and we inject it. So that way, that is one of the topmost treatments nowadays for hair growth. Even
so
for
these are
skin.
very much new things, very advanced technologies have arisen these days, and people might have not thought about it.
Yeah.
They have always heard about those kind of like simple products, or maybe to go for a good spa, some kind of maybe taking some kind of supplements as well. But these kind of treatments are also available these days, and it is also maybe available in Guwahati.
Yeah, of course. See, spas, supplements and shampoos and lotions only act for a certain time.
Okay.
There is a limitation to them.
Absolutely.
You can just do a spa, you can do a treatment that will only act for a limited time. But if the problem is deep rooted, if the problem is deeper, then we need to take deeper actions. We need to address that problem, take proper care of the situation. Just applying something topically is not going to help you forever. But to take care of the situation, the problem, for these therapies that we do with them, that you know, helps. Because only something you apply on the top is only going to remain on the top, right? But if you have a deeper problem, these treatments is what is more helpful.
All right, Doctor, we have another phone call, so let's take the call and then we'll proceed with the conversation. Hello?
মই জানিব বিচাৰিছিলো হেয়াৰ ফলৰ কথা মানে মোৰ বেবি বয় এটা হ'ল কেইদিনমান আগত আজি 4 মাহমান হৈছে এতিয়া মানে 4 মাহৰ পাছত খুব চুলি হৈছে একদম বহুত বেছিকে খৰিছে মই এতিয়া আইৰন ক্যালসিয়াম এইবোৰ খাই আছো কিন্তু একো কামত নাই অহা
হয় এটা বহুত ভাল কোয়েশ্চন হয় many people out here they suffer from hair loss so কি হয় after pregnancy. It is very natural and very normal to have hair loss after pregnancy. It may go on for a year or maybe 1.5 years also. Don't be worried about it, that hair is going to come back. But the problem here is that you need to take care with some peptide based lotions and some minoxidil based lotions যোনখিনি আমি দিওঁ যোনটোৱে আপোনাৰ হেয়াৰ লছটো ইমান কৰি নিদিয়ে যাতে সেইটো উভতি অহাত দিগদাৰ হৈ যায় so if you can just apply a few lotions and all and shampoos and some medication যোনটো আমি দিওঁ I think you should be good enough. It is very natural to go through postpartum hair loss after delivery. So don't worry about it.
This is very common question
very
which we
common.
receive every time, and this is maybe it heals on time because like this is only a phase of life and phase of time it happens, and again it comes back.
But unfortunately, in some cases, very few cases, what happens? The hair loss is so much that it may not be. You know, the loss should be equivalent to the one that is coming back, right? If the loss is more and the ones that are coming back is not good enough, not equal, then the problem
you need
starts.
to go for a treatment.
Then the problem starts. Then you know the thinning and balding, those things appear. Even in women, we see few women who have undergone so much of hair loss that they have started developing bald patches.
Absolutely.
So that is because they have ignored it for a very long time.
You were talking about a hair loss front of a female, and which people tendency it has become a tendency about the people or some women if they are very much busy with their household things and they try to ignore those things. So now it's the time that you shouldn't ignore it, but at least find out some way to find a solution about it, isn't it? So
because
front part of the head gets like bald. So what do you have to say on that?
See, it is so sad because women they keep ignoring, and when they by the time they come to me, they're already very distressed about it.
We're talking about women who has a loss, and nowadays they ignore it, but it shouldn't be ignored.
Shouldn't be ignored. So when such people come, first treatment that we do is the PRP treatment, as I already said, platelet-rich plasma therapy. Then again there is a mesotherapy treatment, again where we give plant-based stem cells. To the inject plant-based stem cells to the hair, so that also again stimulates hair growth. if the loss is so much that it cannot be, you know, only with therapy or only with treatment, then we advise hair transplant.
Okay.
Women hair transplant is also equally common as it is for men
Okay.
nowadays. So yeah, hair transplant also gives good results provided the loss is not too much.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, like hair transplant, when we talk about hair transplant, certain questions come in everybody's mindset,
yeah.
like how effective it would be, like what kind of sessions that would be.
Yeah.
So, can you just elaborate about it? Like, if
Yeah.
one goes for a hair transplant,
Yeah.
basically it is different for men and women,
Yeah.
and but maybe the therapy would be the same.
Yeah,
Okay.
hair transplant technique is also same.
Also same.
Okay, see there are different types of hair transplant. The most advanced one that we do at our clinic here at Rejuve Aesthetics is the DHI technique. So that technique is one considered to be the most advanced technique of hair transplant. It is a no cut, no painless, you know, no touch technique. So we have this technique running all over the world. So this technique here, what we do is that it's a day procedure nowadays.
Day
hair
procedure.
transplant, yeah. No longer, you know, the earlier times, it used to be they used to cut here,
Yeah.
so much of swelling. People are scared of those
Absolutely.
notions,
Those
right?
things, and especially when they
Yeah.
go through internet, they
Yeah.
take a lot of information.
Yeah, so much, you know, swelling and, you know, so much bandaging, so many days of, you know, having to stay at home, all these things. Those things are obsolete now. So the DHI procedure is the easiest procedure, most, you know, comfortable procedure that you can go through for hair transplant. You just come in the morning and go by, you know, early afternoon. So it's as easy as that hair transplant. It's like an office procedure. So just hardly a second day itself, there are no bandages, and the results are phenomenal. So
Okay, so
it's
the results
really
are
good.
phenomenal when they get to know from one of the ones who have already gone for this
Yeah.
process. So they will get an idea about it. And
Yeah.
of course, there is a mode that one has to get that positivity about
Yes.
themselves, that I should go for it. And
Yes.
because if they get scared, they will not be able to do any kind of procedures,
Yes,
isn't
yes.
it? So how much hair loss is normal? Like Sharadi, I want to ask you about male or female. So how much hair loss is normal if you see that, as you said, in a day 50 to 100. So is it normal, or one has to take immediately care about it?
See, it all depends. Of course, when the moment the hair loss is started, you should be alarmed.
And depends about the age also.
Yeah.
If we are talking about a young age,
Yeah.
and if we're talking about
Yeah.
someone who is in his 30s, 40s.
Yeah. So the moment hair loss starts, you should start treatment. You should not wait, keep on waiting that it will be okay, because you
Okay.
never know whether the one that are coming back equivalent or not. And you never know whether there is a nutritional deficiency, whether it's because of stress, because of
Okay.
dandruff or any other factor. So start the treatment immediately before it's too late, before you start balding. So be it men or be it women, it is very important to start the treatment immediately for hair loss. Don't take chances, don't
Okay.
keep waiting till it's too late. So,
And there are also a lot of people who have gone through some kind of illness, and they have recovered from that illness, and
Yeah.
after that maybe because of the medicine side effects, things appear and
Yeah.
they have a huge hair loss. So
Yeah.
about that, like, it will come back, or you have to take an extra
see,
care
this is
about
all a
it?
part of the stress related hair loss that we talk about. Stress can be mental stress, physical stress, emotional stress, or any stress related to illness
Okay.
or medication that we are taking. So stress again is something which affects the hair follicles, the root of the hair follicles. The hair follicle roots are something which is it's a very sensitive thing. Anything can affect it. It gets affected by the smallest of the changes around in the environment.
Okay.
So when that stress happens, it of course affects the hair and it starts falling. So that how long the stress is going to be, how deeply the stress has affected your body, you never know. So the moment the stress affects,
Okay.
of course, it will take its own course of time. You may take 3 months to 6 months to recover from that, even when you are taking a treatment. Okay.
Okay.
Some people expect that I have just started taking the treatment, within a week or so, results should start showing, but that doesn't work like that.
That doesn't work
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah. So till the moment you're having this problem, till the moment you're having this stress or this nutritional deficiency or whatever is the cause, the hair fall is going to be there. But that doesn't mean you stop taking, you don't take any treatment for that. You don't do
Absolutely.
anything about it. Because if you don't do anything about it, it's going to get worse.
It's going to get worse,
Yeah.
actually.
So you start taking the treatment immediately, and it usually takes around 3 to 6 months for any hair loss issue to even with medication. Without medication, it will go for years.
Right.
Okay, with medication, around 3 to 6 months for it to respond and show results.
And when you have already started a treatment, you shouldn't stop it in between.
Yes,
and
yes.
you must not think that it, as I have started the treatment, it will be good.
Yeah.
But it has to be given time.
You have to be very patient when it comes to matters of hair and skin, because it's a thing of continuous maintenance, continuous care. So patience is the key. But of course, if you take treatment, if you take as per your doctor has advised you, I'm sure you're going to get results for it.
Dora, you must be listening to Sharadi, and she's giving you very valuable points to take note of it. And thank you so much for calling in our show. Well, Sharadi, we are really short of time.
Sure.
So on last note, what would you like to tell our viewers and what kind of tips you want to give it to them?
Take care of your hair. The health of your scalp is very important when it comes to hair issues. So make sure there is no dandruff. If there is a dandruff, use anti-dandruff shampoo. Regularly wash your hair. Use a peptide-based serum for your hair. Nowadays, even sunscreens are available for hair. So use those kind of sunscreens when you're going out, because that protects the hair from damage done by the sun. And apart from that, regularly, if you can take treatments like mesotherapy or PRP therapy for mildest of the hair fall, then you wouldn't have to go to the stage of hair transplant or something very drastic. And you can, because hair is the main, they say, of our head.
Okay.
So please take care of it.
I'm sure the show must be fruitful for you guys to get a note about it. Thank you so much, Sharadi, for coming to Good Life, the Health Show. And with this, we have come to the end of the show, and we hope that we were able to answer all your queries in the best possible way. And in our next episode, we will be discussing on some other important health issues. So if you have any queries, do join us next Saturday at 3:30 p.m. live. And till then, stay healthy, stay fit, and keep watching Northeast Live. Goodbye.